Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Come in and say good morning. Let me know y'all in here. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I don't know about a fun day here in Atlanta because the weather, I am sitting here looking out the window, drinking my coffee, and the weather is just it's terrible. It's terrible. But I wanted to jump on real quick, and I need to ask my people. I'm trying to wait for my people to come in. Y'all let me know when y'all in. Y'all let me know. I got a new something I want to share with y'all for perimenopause and menopause. I got a new supplement that's gonna get your hormones right. It's gonna help you maintain your weight. It's gonna help with anxiety. But y'all know I don't share things over here. So y'all know that I don't share things over here. So y'all make sure y'all need to let me know. Y'all need to let me know if y'all need another Facebook private menopause group live. So put in the chat and let me know if y'all, because I have some new stuff that I'm sharing. I have a lot of people who have started following me based on the fact that I talk about perimenopause and menopause. And we are not in denial over here. So I do have a new supplement that I'm using. So I kind of wanted to share that with you all, but I don't share things like that. I don't share any other supplements that I use on YouTube. I have a private group for that where I'm able to let people come into my private group to see what I'm discussing and to see what I'm using. So I just wanted to jump on and see if any of the new people that have subscribed to my channel or even any of my existing subscribers, if we need to do a private Facebook menopause live over on Facebook, you can request to join the group. It's called Fees Menopause Facebook group over there. If you just request to join, and then I'll let you in. But I do share a lot of perimenopause and menopause tips over there in that group. I've shared a lot of things the number one thing that I hear from women who are in perimenopause and in menopause that they are not sleeping. And y'all, I get it because I was not sleeping. I was tossing and turning like a rotisserie chicken. Okay. And it was due to my diet. I wasn't eating right, too much carbs, too much sugar, too much alcohol. I wasn't a drinker, but I did, I would sip on a little wine here and there. So, but the number one thing that I hear is from women is they are not sleeping. So you can sleep during perimenopause and menopause. There are things that you can take that will help you sleep all throughout the night. Yeah, I get a good 7 hours of sleep now. A good 7 hours of sleep. I don't have the hot flashes or anything like that anymore because I'm on the other side. I'm through all of that. And then plus I've changed my diet. I've changed my diet a lot. So I don't get all of that. So if um I really need to change my life to subscribers only. Mm, because I'm getting a lot of trolls and I'm over here talking about something serious. Okay. I'm over here talking about perimenopause and menopause. Okay. So all the trolls, y'all can go. And before y'all leave, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So yeah, I just wanted to jump on and say happy Sunday. I am vlogging, y'all. I just turned a clip of a video off that I'm going to be adding into my vlog. So I am vlogging. So that vlog will probably go up. It'll probably go up tomorrow. But if I go out today, I'll put it in there as well. But I am vlogging, so I will put these clips in there. I'll put the clips in the video for the vlog. But I just wanted to jump on. I talked a little bit about perimenopause and menopause on this vlog as well, y'all. But yeah, y'all. So I hope everybody's doing well. Um, you know, it's just a cycle of life, y'all. It's nothing you can do about it. And I keep hearing the girlies say, I've seen a lot of younger women in their 40s, they're saying, questioning, is it perimenopause or menopause, perimenopause? Just go get your hormones checked and then you won't have to guess. But if you are between the ages of 45 and 47, more than likely you are in perimenopause. More than likely you are. But and do your research. Decide what you want to do, what's best for you. But there are things that you can do naturally, like I've done naturally, to just navigate through perimenopause and menopause. So make sure y'all hit the like. I got, 6 people in here. I should have 6 likes. Y'all hit the like. Subscribe to the channel. My name is Felicia. They call me Fee. I am a 60-year-old. I just turned 60 May 2nd. Living my best life. Okay. Over here we talk about, I want to say, love and relationships. But y'all, that's really not my focus right now. You know what I'm saying? My focus right now is just being happy. That love and relationship, talking about a man and what they ain't doing and how they treating women. I'm just past that stage in my life. Um, at this point, my opinion of a man, if he, especially at my age, if he ain't got his shit together, he ain't gonna never get his shit together. So it ain't no point about talking. At this stage and age in my life, ain't no point of talking about no man and what he ain't doing and what he did to me. I'm past that stage. But, if that's your thing, then, that's your thing. This channel may not be for you. Over here, we talking about being healthy. We talking about putting ourselves first. We talking about loving on ourselves. We talking about elevating ourselves. We talking about investing in ourselves. We talking about travel. We talking about going out, treating ourselves to nice things because I like nice things. Okay, I'm like Shirley Strawberry. I like nice things. Good morning. Good morning. Me too. I'm so glad to hear you. Yes, I'm doing my little intro, woman of wealth, and I was getting ready to say, over here we talk about love, life, but we not. I'm done. I'm past that love and relationship thing, okay? Over here, we ain't sitting on this platform over here talking about men, men do this and men do that, and men do, baby, I'm a grown ass woman, okay? I'm at the top of 60. I'm 60, okay? And the man that come in my life, if he in his 50s and his 60s, he ain't got his shit together, then shame on him. That's his problem. I'm not entertaining it. I'm not talking about it no more. Okay? But one thing that I am going to do, I'm going to look and I'm going to present myself like the woman I know I am. And when a man see me, he going to know I can't play with her. She ain't to be played with. I see she take care of herself. She know her self-worth. I can't fuck with her. When I come to her, my shit gotta be right. So ain't no need me even talking about a man and relationship. Cause I'm gonna position myself and have motion and present myself like I ain't to be fucked with. Okay? So when a man see me, he gonna know he gonna have to invest in me. Okay? And that's just is what it is. That's just is what it is, okay? All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Houston Foodie. So yeah, so let me do my intro again because I have a lot of new people because people start following me because I talk about perimenopause and menopause because we are not in denial over here. Okay, we are not in denial over here. So my name is Felicia. They call me Fee. I am a 60-year-old over here living her best life. Okay, I like nice things. I'm like Shirley Strawberry. I like nice things. Okay, I like to eat good. I like to shop. I love fashion. Okay. I love fashion. I like to shop. I like to travel. I like to go out to eat. I'm booked a vacation in July. Y'all coming along with me. So y'all get y'all outfits. Y'all get y'all swimwear. Cause we going to the beach in July. I try to support other channels around our age, but they talk about how men don't act right, and the whole time we have a variety. Exactly. Exactly. And I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna go even deeper to woman of wealth with that. When you start to talk about men this, men that, you don't this, you don't get that, you men treat you wrong, he dog you out, men don't do this no more, men this, you create love blockages for yourself. There is a thing called love blockages. You wonder why you're not attracting or not getting what you want when it comes to love and relationships because you have created love blockages by opening up your mouth and talking negative about things. Sometimes it's just better to shut your mouth. Okay? And I talked about that before. Sometimes you just need to shut up. Okay? Because you will create a love blockage. You will have somebody come, but they won't stay. You'll meet somebody, but it won't. That's because you have created a love blockage. Okay, so be careful with that, ladies. Always talking about a man and he on this and he. We're not doing that over here. Okay, I'm in a new season. It's a new chapter. It's a new me. Okay, I may have done it in the past, but as you get older, you're supposed to progress and grow in life, right? When you know better, you do better. And you ain't never too old to learn every day. Don't never mess with somebody that think they know everything. Every day is a learning experience. You can learn something every day. So I learned that I need to keep my damn mouth shut. So I won't create love blockages for myself. Okay? So we ain't talking about no man no more. We talking about pouring into ourselves and being the best us. Now I found this young lady on, well, she's 58 on YouTube, and I like her. I like her. She stays with her, I think she stays with her daughter or and her grandchildren. And her like me, and I always say this, I am you and you are me, because as women, we have so many similarities as we progress in life. She's never stayed alone by herself too, so she's struggling with that about staying alone. I've never lived alone. That's a thing if you all don't know. I've never lived alone. I've always been married or been with my child. So I'm kind of, I feel some type of way about that. Do I want to live alone? But I know that my child, she wants to do her own thing, but she can stay with me forever. And I'm just going to be transparent about that. So I kind of resonated with this lady watching her. But I love when I see genx women on YouTube and they are taking care of themselves and they not whining and crying about no man and and crying because they're single. Enjoy this state. If you are single, enjoy it. If God has blessed you with a significant other, a husband, a partner, or whomever, enjoy that too. We have to understand we go through seasons in life, okay? I talked about that in my last video, the season that I went through in my divorce. Now my seasons have changed. I'm living my best damn life over here, okay? I'm doing me. I'm doing me. Okay? I'm doing me. So I think that getting a good man is easy if you don't force it. Enjoy the journey until it comes. Yes. 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 Exactly. Enjoy it. And y'all, it's nothing better to be able to enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? To be able to love you and rest in being by yourself and being with you. I'm sitting up here and I'm vlogging as well, so y'all will see the vlog. But I just sit up here. I DoorDash me some Starbucks honey and a cheese Danish, and I got my little tail propped up in this bed with my exfoliating mask on, with my waffle robe on, and I'm living my best life in my bedroom with my new furniture. Okay, and I'm living my best life. All right. And then later on today, when this Atlanta weather want to act right and I ain't afraid of going out, getting stuck in a flood, I'm going to get me a pedicure. And I may go dilly dally around a couple of stores. I think I'm going to go to the farmer's market to Sprouts because they got a Woman of Wealth. Sprouts got the watermelons on sale. They got the watermelons on sale. Get- Let me see. Yes, please enjoy. I had so much fun. Yes, yes, yes. And you are free. I love how you, yeah. They got the watermelons on sale, Woman of Wealth. So I'm going to Sprouts and pick me up 2 watermelons, baby. Okay? It's watermelon season. Okay? Let's pop it off. I'm excited because I'm gonna get me about 4 of them before the summer over with. I'm gonna have me about 4 or 5 of them. It's watermelon season. So I'm gonna go to the farmer's market. Yes, I love on myself. Y'all, I went to the spa Thursday and I'm gonna do a separate video on the spa. The water off versus the Four Seasons. I've been to the Four Seasons twice to the spa. The Waldorf don't have nothing on the Four Seasons. So I'm going to talk about the difference between the experience at the Waldorf and the Four Seasons spa experience and why you shouldn't go to the Waldorf and why you should go to the Four Seasons. But I went to the spa on Thursday, and y'all, when I tell y'all I had a good time, I had a good time. And I'm gonna say this one thing about a man, and I'm gonna leave it alone. So when I got to the spa, this is just for a chuckle. This just for a chuckle, y'all. This just for a Sunday chuckle. They see you happy and doing you, and here they come. Yes. Okay, I need to. Yeah. This just for a chuckle. So I got to the spa, right? And went into the city. You know, it's all everything on Peachtree. So I get to the spa. I pull up in front of the hotel, right? And the little valet man. Well, he wasn't a little man. He was a valet man. So I'm digging, I seen him pull up, but I'm digging in my purse to get the key fob out so I can put it in the console so he can park the truck. So I get out, right? And this is one thing I will say about men. And as women, we need to be the same way. We need to be bold and have the audacity and stand 10 toes down in what we like, no matter what. And this is just what I want us to get from this. So, and then so after I got the key, I told him, I said, wait a minute, I didn't even look up at him. Then once I got the key situated, because y'all know, I'm a senior, so I had to make sure my purse closed, make sure all my, everything in my purse, I ain't leave nothing in the car. I still left my ginger ale in there, but I had to make sure everything was secure in my car, everything was in my purse, and I had all my stuff, right? Right, I had to put my act right, I had to make sure my act right was put up. So I said, so I turned around and I looked at him, right? And he said, hey, how you doing? And he was a nice looking man. He looked like he might have been maybe 50, 55, somewhere in his 50s. But as a little boy, he sucked his thumb, and you could see that at age 55 that he was a thumb sucker. He was a thumb sucker, right? But he was nice looking, brown skin, well groomed, nice, just looked nice, But he valeted cars, at the water off. I don't know how much they pay. My girlfriend works there. She's an esthetician. My girlfriend works there. She's an esthetician, and they expensive, and they tips is included in everything. Which all high end massages, is 22%. It's included automatically. So anyway, I jumped my little tail out the truck, right? He said, how you doing? He said, you here for anything special? I said, yeah, it's my birthday. He said, He said, okay, pretty lady. He said, you old enough to drink? I want to buy you a drink. Now the old Felicia, the older me, I had to catch myself before I say things. Now that I've gotten up in age, I noticed that sometimes I say things before I think. And I try to be a little bit refined. So I was thinking to myself, nigga, you out here parking my truck, and when I come out, I'm gonna tip you, and you gonna take me out for a drink? I said to myself, he said, you old? I said, yeah, I'm old enough for the drink. Yeah, I sure am. And he said, all right. He said, all right, well, when you come out, he said, we're gonna talk. I wanna treat you to a drink. I said, all right, okay, let me get on in here because I'm running late. One thing men have is the audacity, y'all. Now, why in the hell would I? First of all, every nice looking attractive woman you think that's nice looking and attractive that pull up in a little car, a little SUV, you probably hollering at, right? Right, 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 right. And I'm supposed to be all hyped and excited because you said you gonna take me out for a drink, and you say I'm nice looking. I'm supposed to be all giddy, but you around here parking cars for this hotel, which ain't nothing wrong with it. It's an honest living. But what threw me off was that suck thumb mouth at 54. Y'all, he had a little boy's I suck my thumb mouth at 55. I know he had to be somewhere between 55 and 56. Hair, well, nice looking man. It was just his suck thumb mouth. But he still had the galls and the audacity to try to approach me. I know. I say, I say, you know what? As women, we need to be the same way. Now he like a certain type. I guess he like a certain type of woman to wear a certain type of woman. Well, he probably hit up on all the women that come through there, asking them to take them for a drink. So I get back, I do my massage and whatever. It was a great experience, and I'm gonna talk about it. It. The Four Seasons is a 10. If you want a luxury spa day, if you have a Four Seasons near you, go to the Four Seasons. It's top tier. I've only been to two luxuries spas, the Waldorf and the Four Seasons. The Four Seasons is much better, and I'm going to do a separate video talking about why you should go to one another and why the pros and cons of both of them. But when I came out, right, so and they were real nice. I didn't have to pay for my parking. They valeted my parking. They gave me cheesecake. They asked me if I want champagne, but I had apple cider sparkling apple juice or whatever. Y'all know I ain't doing no champagne, honey. I would have been hot flashing all day, messing around with some liquor. It happens to me all the time. I just say, damn, either they got some nerves or I'm giving off the wrong energy. Exactly. I don't think that's it. I just think men just have the audacity, woman of wealth. I just think men are hunters, so whatever they see attractive, they go after it no matter what. And I'm thinking to myself, now, Negro, doggone, and then y'all, even if he was not there, it was just something about his mouth that would have been a deal breaker for me. Because all I can see was him sucking, and he may still suck his thumb. He may still suck his thumb. There are still adults that still soothe themselves by sucking their thumbs. You know that, right? Some adults never grow out of soothing themselves if they don't address the issue. Now we soothe ourselves in various ways, whether we know it or not. Whether we know it or not, all of us have a little bit of self-soothing characteristics in us. Whether it's we like to shop, we like to eat comfort foods. Like that's my thing. I soothe myself through eating some shit I ain't supposed to be eating. Like that cheese, like this cheese Danish I just ate. So he may still suck his thumb for all I know, right? But even if he wasn't, and it wasn't what I don't want to give off the wrong impression because he was valet, and he had on, I don't want to give that off, but it's just Negro. First of all, it's unprofessional. And it kind of made me uncomfortable because I'm in the mode to go in here and relax. I ain't thinking about nobody bald head. I ain't thinking about nobody's son. I'm out of that phase of the life. If it happens, it happens, right? So hey, I put my little linen outfit on. I got my little linen, because that's what you wear to the spot. You get your little linen flowy outfit, something easy to put on. I got my little linen outfit on, got my little headband on, and I'm chilling. I'm going to the spa on a Thursday and spend 4 hours at the spa and love on Felicia, because I love me some damn Felicia on a good day and a bad day. And I want y'all to love y'all self on a good day and a bad day. So I'm thinking, Negro, you killing my vibe. This ain't the time or the place for this. I'm like, nigga, go somewhere. You killing my damn vibe. I'm at the spa. Okay? And when I get in, they were real nice, A lot of things there are just not up to date. They can up to date it better for what the charge is, but thank God that I have beautiful people who I rock with and who, they rock with me. And God has given me favor with women. And my girlfriend said, Fee, it's your birthday. Just use my friends and family discount, So I ended up not having to pay what I would have paid. She was just, and then we worked together, but her man put her through esthetician school, so now she's an esthetician, and she works there and at their sister location, and she has her own little spot. So, but I had a good time though. I had a good time at the spa, but that just really threw me off, y'all. And I just said that to say men will go after what they want, and they don't feel no which way about it. They don't care how comfortable you may feel about it. Like you said, am I giving off the wrong energy? I just pulled up. I didn't even acknowledge you until I was trying to get myself together in the car. He opened up the door, and when he opened up the door, I still was digging down in my purse to make sure my act right was good, and I was taking out my key fob and putting it in the console, because y'all know I'm like, I don't mess around. I don't go in Atlanta without my act right. So, nowhere. So I wanted to make sure, everything was straight. So by the time I turned around and looked at him, he was looking down at me, right? And I was walking off, and he told me, can we go out? Nigga, no. So anyway, by the time I came out, he wasn't out there. I said, look at God. Won't he do it? I said, look at God. Won't he do it? Because when I went to go get my ticket valet, I had told the young lady, I said, well, I need some change so I could, you know, tip the valet. And so I already had my little tip money in my hand to give to him when he went and got my truck and tell him to have a nice day. But he wasn't out there. It was another young man that was out there. I said, look at God, won't he do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Yeah, that thumb sucking thing, that would have threw me off. I couldn't, even if I had met him out somewhere in the street, I wouldn't have been attracted to him, because it's just that thumb sucking thing. And I know that's a soothing thing. And I know that, a lot of times when kids are younger, we try to break that, but sometimes it's just hard to self-soothing, and that has to be addressed mentally. That's a mental thing. Why are you self-soothing? Because for a long time, Samantha had a blankie, and we fought about that for a long time, about her having a blankie. And then her pediatrician was like, just don't take it away from her. You have to cut it and make it smaller. And I'm like, look, nigga, she dragging around this blanket and it's dirty and it has germs on it. I'm about to take this shit. And I took it, and I think that was the worst thing. I should have listened to the pediatrician and just gradually cut it, and gradually took it away from her. But yeah, yeah, y'all. It's okay. You about to go? You about to go, honey. You about to go. So yeah, y'all. That's what I was talking about. I was just saying that men go after what they want, okay? And as women, we need to be the same way. And we don't need to be focusing on, a man and what they doing and what they not doing, especially at this age, y'all. Especially at this age. If a man ain't doing right, he goddamn it, he ain't gonna do right. If a man ain't doing right in their 50s and their 60s, it is what it is. Cause they old and they stuck in their ways. And they ain't gonna do right. So you just gotta wait till the right one come along. And you talking about it ain't gonna change nothing but create love blockages for you. That's the only thing that's gonna happen. It's just gonna create love blockages for you. So I'm getting ready to I got this stuff on my face. I'm exfoliating. So I need to wash this stuff off my face. And I'm gonna try to wait this rain out because I can't even go to the jazz festival. This the weekend where it be popping in Atlanta at Piedmont Park. But shoot, you take a chance, go down there, you get flooded out. So maybe tomorrow may be a better day. But I was gonna Uber down there. Definitely ain't driving down there. But I was gonna Uber down there and go listen to some jazz. But it'll be muddy in the park. So I don't know. And then I said for dinner, I'm gonna do some shredded barbecue chicken and baked beans. Just the normal stuff. Baked beans and probably some potato salad for the holiday. Just the normal stuff. Just to have some barbecue. Cause I can cook my own barbecue instead of going out and buying somebody else's stuff, and then it don't be tasting good. Then I be mad because I'm greedy. I be mad when I buy food and it don't taste right. So I'll probably just cook my own food tomorrow. But yeah, I'm sitting up here watching. Her name is Rena, Reneao. I like her vibe. She real chill, on her video. She just living her life. And I love to see us live our lives. Get out and do stuff. And she was saying in one of her videos, it just seems like my life is repetitious. I get up, I work, I walk the dogs, I do this, I do this. You got to start incorporating some type of activities into your daily routine. And that's what baby girl was saying. What activity? She already put me on a senior activity routine. I said, baby, you ain't gotta put me on a routine because I go to Pilates, okay? That's my activity. I love Pilates. I go to Pilates. It's like a social thing. I talk to the ladies in Pilates. I talk to my instructor. And y'all know I go out to concerts. Y'all know I go out to outdoor concerts. I don't stay in here, right? Food truck Tuesday has started back up down the street from me. So I'll do that after work. I'll go to food truck Tuesdays after work. Um, I'm getting ready to go on a trip. I don't just stay in here all week because I work from home. I get out during the week. Okay, I make my senior citizen run to the grocery store because on Tuesdays I get a discount from Ross. So on Tuesdays I go to Ross. I go to Sprouts. Okay, I go to Publix. So I get out during the week. My routine is not the same every day because I make sure even after work I may take myself to go get out to dinner. You know what I'm saying? Or I may meet somebody and go out to eat, but you have to have some type of life when you get this age. You have to have some type of social activity, whether it's line dancing or you like to go to bingo or you like to play pickleball. Samantha suggested that I start playing pickleball. Baby, Samantha got a whole bunch of activities for me as a senior. I told her I'm good. I already got my activities and special activities created for myself. I appreciate you. But baby, she got her senior mom ready to do some stuff, okay? She got me ready to do some stuff. I told her I don't need your help. I got this. Yeah, yes. Yeah, you live around. Yes, the best thing a woman can do. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta live your life. You gotta get out and live your life. You really do. You gotta get out. And I figure out, honey, how I can get me a ticket and travel and won't break the bank. Shoot, and still fly Delta. So yeah, I'm about to travel and do me. And do me and not focusing on uh, somebody else to do it with. Is it great to do life with somebody? Absolutely. Absolutely. It is. But also, is it a good thing to harper on it, to every day, woe is me about it because you don't have somebody to spend life with? No, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. And I know a lot of people say, "Well, Felicia, you been married 3 times. You been married." People love to say you been married 3 times. Yeah. So you ain't been with somebody. It's different for somebody who ain't been married or somebody who been divorced for a while. Well, I guess so. I guess so, cause to each his own. I'm not. Your feelings are valid about that. Your feelings are valid about that. Even though I've been married 3 times, I still, I'm still not, you know, veering away from the fact that having a partner and somebody to do life with, is not a good thing. Even though I've been married a few times, so just learn to enjoy yourself. Just learn to enjoy and the peace you have. The peace, you know what I'm saying? The peace that you have. And not to say you can't have peace being in a relationship, but peace is my main focus at this stage in my life. It ain't really focusing on somebody. It's peace. Now, if you can come with peace, then we good. But other than that, man, I'm good. I'm good. And I just want the women over here who rock with me to feel the same way, I want you all to see that I'm pouring into myself and I ain't up underneath this bed and I ain't bed rotting every day and I ain't depressed and crying because I ain't got no man. We ain't doing that because I guarantee you ain't no man doing that over you. Ain't no man out here doing that over you. Ain't no man over here, ain't no man crying over you. So why are you doing that to yourself? Why are you doing that to yourself? So I just want us, because you do know that some women feel that they aren't complete because they don't have a man. I want y'all to understand that there are women out there that feel like that they are not complete because they don't have a man in their life. There are women out there that feel like that they are less than a woman because they don't have a man. And my heart goes out to them because you're well, who you are is not based on having a man. We are so much more than having a companionship as a woman. We are so much more than that. We are so much more. And that's what my platform is about. Just pouring into yourself and doing things, you know? Like this week, if the weather permits, I got Pilates outside, baby. I'm going to Pilates outside. Okay? I'm going to Pilates and I'm having myself a good time. And then Saturday, I'm going to for dinner and jazz. I'm going to see live music, get dressed up, and going to see some jazz. So I already got my calendar booked for next week. And then the next Sunday, I'm going to William and Sonoma for a cooking class. Okay? And then I'm gonna buy me some cute little towels from William and Sonoma. I'm gonna do me a little shopping after the cooking class. I have my calendar. I'm booked and busy. Okay? I am booked and busy. I'm getting ready to schedule me a hair appointment. I'm booked and busy. I'm busy. I am booked and busy. Okay. You are right. It makes me sad that it seems like we can't rest because, yeah, yes. Y'all, yes. We just get so wrapped up in having a man and half of these. Let me not say that. But we do. We do. And I just want us to know that your life is your significance is not based on having a man in your life as a woman. We are so much more. We are mothers, we're sisters, we're aunts, we're intelligent, we are business owners. We run the world, really, okay? And quiet as it's kept, a man's favor is based on the woman that he has. So he should be depressed about not having a woman. Because the Bible say that when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing in the Lord. It don't say nothing about when a woman finds a husband. So that just lets you know how powerful we are as women. Most men don't realize that they success and they favor in life is based on having a good woman in their corner. They don't realize that. But we think of it as the other way. Our life is based on having a man. And once we get out of that mindset and be able to sit with ourselves and rest in who we are and get something going for yourself. Get something going. Even there are even days, y'all, where I color. I have coloring books. I have markers. I have crayons. I started that. That was part of my grief therapy when my mom passed. That was one of the ways that I soothed myself. I soothe myself through music. Music calms me. Sometime after work, y'all, I'll turn my Pandora on and I'll listen to my music and I'll dance around here. You think I'm in a club. But that's self soothing for me, it's therapy for me. And I'll color. Find something to regulate your nervous system. Learn how to control your nervous system. Whether it's you find something that's self soothing, coloring, something. And I had to find something where I ain't always have to spend no damn money, like going shopping and eating shit that I wasn't supposed to be eating. So I bought coloring. I went to Five Below and I bought a bunch of coloring books and crayons. And then I love music. I love music. Sometimes I work all day long just listening to music. And it changes my whole mood. It shifts the atmosphere for me. So you really need to, sometimes as women, we need to, in our single season, we need to tap into our greatness. We need to tap in and find out who we are. There are women who don't even know who they are because their whole existence and being has been wrapped around a man. You ask, I guarantee you, if you ask a woman that has been married 30 and 40 years, what makes you happy? Who are you? The majority of them women couldn't even tell you. Well, I just been raising kids and I just been doing what Johnny asked me to do and cooking and cleaning for him. I really ain't had time for myself. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. My thing is men is not doing the things that make you happy while you are investing time. And a man like to read aloud and a good crossword puzzle. Yes, a good crossword puzzle. Yes. 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 Why invest that time in yourself. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. When you start to invest in time in yourself, you start to look totally different and you start to attract what you want. You start to attract what you want. Because when you start to pour into yourself, men are going to see, okay, she ain't to be played with. Okay. I ain't finna come around her with that foolishness because she gonna let me know just how it is and how she feel. She ain't really finna be played with me. And if I play with her too long, she gonna block me. I ain't gonna have no access to her if I keep playing with her. And that's where I'm at in my stage of dating. You keep playing with me, you don't deserve access to me. That's how much I value my time and to be in my presence. And a man, like a man told me the other day, if a man ain't consistent and pouring into you, then he ain't interested. So don't let him have access to you. Don't let him have access to you. Sometimes we give people access to us who aren't deserving and worthy of that access. Stop giving people access to you who aren't worthy and deserving of that. I am worthy of all good things. I attract and not chase. My presence alone shifts the atmosphere. I am light, I am not dark, and I attract light. And once you start working on yourself, you'll see the difference. You won't have to be a man this, a man that, because you won't be attracting them kind of men. Them men won't even want to be in your presence. They'll turn their head. But then there's some men that'll try you like that man, like that valet little guy. Now he know damn well he wasn't finna get no damn motion from me. Boy, bye. And I'm too damn old to be flattered and giddy about some man saying that I'm nice looking. That shit don't excite me. You got to come on with more than that. And a drink? Nigga, you can't tell that I'm a middle-aged woman. I ain't drinking. Come on now. Come on now, y'all. Come on now. So it's as women, I just want us to have the same tenacity and audacity that men have. Okay? And we can change it. We can just change the way men see us. If we would all just stay on one accord. If we would all just stay on one accord. You know? When they come with that bullshit, man, get on away from me with that. Get on away from me with that. Especially in your 50s and 60s. Who want to be with some foolishness at this age? Who want to be with some foolishness? Who want to be with somebody that's not consistent and not emotionally available? I'm looking for somebody who lines up with my core values. At this stage in your life, it's more about core values. It's about core values and being present and integrity. And then all that consistency and emotionally available, all of that, that'll that'll be organically. That'll happen organically. But if you dealing with a man told me, he said, we were talking, he said, you know what? I don't fall in love quick. And you know what came to mind instantly? What came to mind instantly when he said that? Hmm. He has emotional attachment issues. Somebody must disappointed him as a child, or somebody triggered his emotions as a child. He said, I don't fall in love easily. So that let me know that, or I don't get attached easily. He's not emotionally stable or emotionally available. So when you out here dating, you you have to listen. A man, if you just shut your mouth, a man will tell you everything you need to know in the first 48 hours. Just let him talk. I have a friend who has been with the same man for 30 years unmarried. He told her he is there for the kids. Ooh, but she is lost. He's all she knows, and he's a great dad, but doesn't like her anymore. See what I'm saying? Why would you sacrifice who you are? Why would you do that? She's staying for the kids. That sound like my mama. I stayed for y'all. For the kids. And then when we was gone and grown, she still was there. But some women are just afraid, y'all. Some women just can't be by themselves. Some women just can't be single. Some women are afraid. And y'all, to be honest with y'all, and I'm going to say this last past 7 years of me being single have been the best 7 years of my life. The best. The best. I've had so much peace. The best. Even with going through menopause, it still has been the best. Because I discovered who I was. I actually know what I like. There was a point in time when I couldn't tell you 3 things that I like to do or I liked about me because I was so engrossed and embedded in somebody else's well being and somebody else's who they were and trying to adjust and accommodate and manipulate who I was to satisfy them. Don't do that, y'all. Even if you are married and in a relationship, don't sacrifice yourself for nobody. Because once you lose yourself, it's hard to find yourself. It is not that it can't be done, but it's hard. When you disconnect from yourself, it is so hard to get attached to yourself because you lose your boundaries. You're not emotionally stable. You just all over the place. And I lost myself and I had to find myself. And I like where I'm at. And I'm not finna let nobody disturb that. That's one thing my baby girl tell me now. Shoot. One thing about you, mom, if you don't want to do something and you don't feel like it, you don't do it. I sure don't. It's about me. I've been there and done that. Sacrifice who I was for somebody else. And then they turn around and give you their ass to kiss. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing. Let people adjust to you. Meet them halfway. I'm not saying just be selfish, but there has to be a fine line between your happiness and making somebody else happy. And that's just is what it is. And I'm 60 and I think I know a little bit of something. It just is what it is. Now, y'all can take that any way you want to take it. But it is what it is. He treats her like he doesn't like her. She's going to wait until he leaves. Yes. Yeah, he don't like her. And one thing about a man, you know when they don't like you and you just be holding on. You just be holding on. You just be holding on. Unless you got an agenda like I had, and mine was to finish school. But most women hold on because, and the number one reason why we hold on is because we're afraid we can't make it on our own. We're afraid what people gonna say, and we don't want to be alone. Those are the number one three. Those are the three reasons why we stay in relationships longer than what we should. We don't want to be alone. We're afraid what people gonna say, and we don't think we can make it if we got a provider. Now, all of mine were providers, but I will say that. But at some point, that don't even matter when it comes to your peace. That doesn't even matter. You can have the house and the money when it comes to my peace. I can make provisions for my own self when it comes to that. I can provide housing and money for myself. That ain't never been a problem. Making money and provide shelter for me and mine. I ain't gonna never go lacking in that area. But those are the main reasons why women stay. Bec- because they don't want, and we have as women, we are so resilient more than what we realize. We have it, and I'm talking from experience, y'all. I had everything in me to provide the lifestyle that I wanted. It was already in me. It was already in me for the lifestyle that I wanted, right? I just had to reach down in there and pull it out and make shit happen. So sometimes we just get comfortable. We get comfortable, and I'm sure Woman of Wealth, she's just comfortable. We get comfortable, and then we start to ignore the fact that we're being mentally abused, emotionally abused, and sometimes physically abused, right? Because we see our good sis down the street with her man, and they going out on date nights, and they doing this and they doing that, but you don't know what she going through to have all that. And no relationship is perfect because we are imperfect people. So don't you let nobody tell you that they marriage and their relationship is perfect, because they a damn lie. Ain't no relationship or marriage is perfect. Everybody go through, because we imperfect people. And especially if they've been married for a long period of time, because as the longer you are in a relationship, because you change, you evolved in life. And if your partner doesn't change, or you're not willing to change in the direction that your partner is going in, or you are not aligned anymore with your partner's change, then it doesn't work. And 9 out of 10, where it doesn't work, the longer you are married, because when you change, there's some things that you may, at the beginning of the marriage, you may have given more, and your partner may have given less. But as the relationship grows, you may need less, and your partner needs more. And sometimes people aren't willing to shift with changes as we evolved as people. So there's a lot of work. When you hear people been married for 30, 40 years, or been together like that, it's been some shit going on. Okay? It's been some shit going on. And sometimes, and I'm gonna say this, sometimes the women look like they been through some shit. If you look at a woman, she say she been married a long time. Look how she's taking care of herself. Just look at her. Just look at her. And that'll tell you how the relationship been going. And that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. People start over, and getting to know a new person is hard. That's true. That's true. Dating, yes. People don't like to start over, and people don't like to date. Getting to know somebody. And I totally agree, Woman of Well. Starting over. But don't feed in. That was one of the things when I started dating. I didn't feed into it. It was just like, I'm going out on a date with this man. Okay, I'm going out on a date here. I like to eat. Sure, I'm about to go eat. And I'm about to listen to him, whatever he say. You know? I'm about to listen to him, whatever he say. Okay? And then I'll make the decision whether or not, if it's a match. If I want to continue dating. But when you feed into it, oh, I gotta go out and meet this person. Oh, and then you so harped on, I wanna just find my person. I want to, if you focusing on being married, you go out on the first day, you think this going to be my husband, then you get disappointed because this nigga talking out of the side of his mouth. If you look at it like that, then you will overwhelm yourself. But if you look at it like, I'm just going out on a date, I'm just going out on a date, I'm just getting to know this person, no more, no less. I'm just going out on a date, right? Yeah, I have been out on a lot of dates. I have been out on a lot of days. Some of them good, some of them bad, but I have been out on a lot of dates since I've been single. And sometimes some of them are just damn funny. Some of them are just funny. Some of them have been very scary. And I've shared some of those with you all on my Patreon. Let me plug the Patreon. If y'all don't follow me on Patreon, make sure you follow me on Patreon. The link is in the bio. But I've shared some of my stories on my Patreon about some of the scary dating stuff that I've been through. So I've had some good dates, I've had some scary dates, I had some bad dates. So I get it. A lot of people just don't like to start over because they just don't want to get to know each other. Getting to know each other, getting to know somebody's, especially at this age. Somebody coming into my space, somebody coming into my space. I was dating this guy. He came in my room and he laid down on my bed with his street clothes on. Y'all, I almost lost it. I almost lost it. I almost lost it. So somebody coming into my space, it gives me a little animosity. Yeah, it does. It does because you have to learn people and they have to learn, your twerks and, you know, your do's and your don'ts and your deal breakers, they deal breakers. And even if you talk about things up front, it's always going to be something that you notice later on. Always. Always. When that nigga laid on my bed with his clothes on, I almost lost it. I almost lost it. So getting to know people, yeah, I get it. But if you just look at it like I'm dating, I'm just dating. It's just a date. You just going out on a date. That's all. You just going out on a date. And don't put no more energy on it than that. You know? Especially at this age, y'all. Especially at this age. But, I think dating at this age is no different than dating in your 20s and your 30s, to be honest with you. Because people are people, right? People are people, right? They had the same character. Some people just never grow out of foolishness. They have foolishness in their 20s and 30s. And if they can keep getting away with it by, dealing with the same type of women, they carry it on to their 50s and their 60s, right? But as women, we make the decision as to what we're going to put up with. And we don't realize that we have more control than what we give ourselves credit for. You can control that. A man can't do no more than you and what you allow, right? Like men who aren't consistent, men who just want to call me and text me when they want to, you I have control over that. I can say, you know what? You a lie. Let me just block you. You will have no access to me. I control that. Or I can keep letting it happen to me and be all in my feelings about it. So we have more control than we give ourselves credit for when we are out here dating. We really do. Well, hey, bro. Let me see. I was married in a relationship most of my life for the past 7 years. Yes. Yes. Plus starting up. Yes. Yeah, I've discovered so much about me, y'all. I discovered that I like my space a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I just like I just like my space. And I like things a certain way. And if it that person comes in, we just got to have an understanding about my space and things, right? And so I know that, when I'm dating and talking to, men, and their conversations and their lifestyles and how they live, I can kind of put two and two together. You would not be a good person to come in my space, you know? It's just things that you listen for and look out for when you dating, you know? It's just things that when you're dating, I think that with dating and being a single woman for the last past 7 years, I just think as women, we just put too much emphasis on dating. Y'all, it's just dating. You just going out on a date. You not this ain't gonna be may not be your husband. I mean, he may not call you again after the date. You may not never talk to him again. I mean, I've had dates where I've never seen him again, never talked to him again. Did I care? Hell no. Because it was just a date. It wasn't a match. It wasn't any chemistry there. And it's a good thing that, I realized that on the first date. And I didn't waste my time. I didn't waste his time. But I think when we start to, and make the date about you. Make the date about you. When you're single, make things about you. Prioritize you. Put yourself first. I keep saying this. Prioritize you when you are single. You going out on a date. This is about me. I'm about to romanticize this whole thing from the beginning to the end. I'm about to turn some music on. I'm about to sit down and put my little robe on, do my makeup, get my little outfit together, lotion up, put my smell good on, shave, wax, get myself together, give myself time before I go to the date. And the number one thing that I tell women, and for me, what I would suggest when you're dating, go to a place where you are familiar. Make sure that you're meeting him because ain't nobody picking you up. Make sure that you are meeting him in a location that you are familiar with and that you are comfortable with. Do not go out of your way to meet a man for a date. And a real man will realize that. I have had men tell me, look, you just tell me. I know, I want you to be. I have had men tell me, I want you to be comfortable. I can come to you. I can meet you. I have had men tell me that. I have had dates at one location. I have had like 7 dates at one location because I'm comfortable with that certain location. I'm comfortable. I'm familiar with it. It's not too far from home. If something jump off, I know how to react. I know how to get resources and assistance that I need because I'm familiar with my surroundings. So that's the first thing about dating. Make sure you go to a location where you are comfortable. Make sure that the date is all about you. So you are comfortable. And a real man ain't going to give a damn about it. Because all he want to do is be in your presence because he's interested in you. I know what I'm talking about now. Y'all can take it or leave it, but I know a few things. Now I know a few things. Now, I'm just saying, I know a few things. Growing old with a man is different than meeting an older man too. And when older men approach me, remind myself, girl, you are older too. Yeah. Yeah, but age is just a number. Age is just a number. Whatever you feel like, whatever you feel like, and whatever you're attracted to, and whatever you comfortable to with. That's what I'm saying. Whatever you are comfortable with, right? Of course, dating older is different, y'all. It is so different. It is different. It's definitely different. But one thing I will say, the older men will try you. Ain't none change. Some, not all of them, but they still like to play. They still like to play. And I get it. Makes them feel like they still got it. Make them feel like they still got that swag and they got it going on. But then they run up on women who know game like me. I know game. I can see game from a mile away. And y'all, sometimes just for the shits and giggles, I entertain it. Sometimes for the shits and giggles, y'all, I entertain game. I play along with it. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, he playing with me. All right. Okay. And then before long, he be on the block list. Baby girl be like, Mom, damn, you block everybody. I say, yeah, because I have standards and I know how to protect my peace now. And I put myself first. That's why my block list long. Because I have standards and I know how to protect my peace. I don't have no problem with it. I don't have no problem with it. But sometimes, y'all, I entertain foolishness. Sometimes I do just for the shits and giggles, just to see how far a person will go. Just to see how far they'll go. Just to see how far they'll go. So yeah, dating is a little bit different, y'all. It's a little different when you get to. And I think one of the things that just really baffled me about dating at this age, I am just so surprised at the foolishness. Wow, he this age and he's still saying that and acting like that. And I'm so analytical. I be trying to get to the root cause of it. I said, now what happened? I wonder what happened to him. And I be having conversations with baby girl. We be doing think pieces on these niggas. Now what you think happened? And I be like, and baby girl be like, well, mine, what he say? And I be like, girl, I don't know. I said, you think something happened to him when he was a little boy? And she be like, yeah, man, it could have. Y'all. Sometimes, you know what? I just be tickled sometimes. You know why? You know why it doesn't? It doesn't trigger my nervous system anymore. It's because I'm grounded in who I am. I'm secure and confident and grounded in who I am, y'all. So I can't be shook. I'm not shook anymore by foolishness. And then I can make the sound decision as to what I want to do based on what's good for me. Based on what's good for me. Not him, but me. Because I'm putting myself first. So I shit the bullshit with you for a little while. But I see you. And sometimes I just be want to see you. How far this 58-year-old Negro gonna go? Now he know. He know I peeped this game. But how far is he gonna go with this bullshit? How far is he gonna go? As far as I let him go. Because 9 out of 10, he's been getting away with it with every other woman he's been dealing with. And that's why I always say sometimes you got to release them and let them go be with their kind. Social media and too much access is what happened. Yes. Yes, woman of wealth. Social media and too much access. Yes. 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 Social media and too much access to a variety of women. To a variety of women. But we had the same access too with social media. We had the same access. We had an opportunity to get in DMs too. It works both ways. We had an opportunity to get in somebody's DM just like they do. If we that type of woman that pursue a man, we had the same access to get into somebody's DM too. If that's the type of woman that we are. And I know women who have done that. Look at Sherelle, Chad Ocho Cinco old lady. She got in Chad's DM. She got in his DM. And how did that work out for her? Thinking that she would be different. But Chad is who he is. You can't change a man, and they who they are. people who they are and who they gonna be. And ain't nothing you can do to change that but to leave them alone. Make a sound decision for yourself. That's why I keep telling y'all, a lot of our heartbreak would be avoided if we just make the sound decision to put ourselves first. I just want to keep saying that. And a lot of the shit that I went through in relationships, I look back on it, I'd be like, damn, if I just would have put myself first. And baby girl be like, mm-hmm, ma, mm-hmm. If I just would have, I just look back on it. If I just damn would have put myself first, I probably wouldn't have had to go through half the shit I went through. I probably wouldn't have had to go through it. We do, but most women are not going to do that. Yeah, most women aren't. Most women aren't not going to pursue. Most women are not. But men will do it all the time because they're hunters. You know, they go after what they want. They go after what they want. And then I want to talk about another thing too that I hear a lot of people say, and like on these dating shows, i.e. Kendra G. When women get on there and they say, I want a man that make this, I want a man that's this, I want a man that's this, and I want a man that's that. Y'all don't let nobody tell y'all what you can't have with anything in life. A man, a job, a career, a business, a house, a car. But we talking about dating. Don't let nobody tell you what you cannot have. Nobody knows what your destiny is in life. Nobody can determine or put their hand on what you can have and what you cannot have unless it's in God's will. If you want a man that makes six figures, then that's what you want. Well, ain't no man, you can't get no man that makes six figures. You can't this. And I'm talking from what I know. If a man wants you and care about you and wants you in his life, he will invest in you physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. In my 6 decades, I've seen it over and over again. I've seen a woman that didn't have shit, nothing, didn't bring nothing to the table. She didn't have not a car. She had nothing. The man put her through school, bought her a car, moved her in his house, put her on the deed, bought her finance her business, her little storefront business, and she living the soft life. Now, if somebody would have told her she couldn't find a man to do that, and she would have believed that, then she would have stopped manifesting it. So don't let nobody tell you what a man won't do. Because a man will invest and put his time and money on into what he wants. I'm telling you, I ain't seen it. I done seen it. I know what I'm talking about. Okay? Now y'all know what I'm talking about. Men invest, yes, in what they love. Yes, also fee in most cases when a woman is with a good man, she's not looking. Men can have a woman and he wants to see. Yeah, yeah, and still be in their DMs. Because some men are just, let's just face it, woman of wealth, some men are just not meant to be married. And in relationships, you do realize that some men are just meant to be bachelors. But society forces them and puts pressure on them, or women puts pressure on them into being in a marriage or a relationship. But some men, it's just like some women. Everybody is not meant to be in a relationship. And everybody is not meant to stay in your life forever. Some people come in your life for a season, A good time, not a long time, to teach you a lesson. And I truly believe that all three of my husbands, I didn't learn my lesson from the first one. And that's why I kept going through what I was going through. I never learned my lesson from the first one. So I had to keep repeating the cycle until I learned my lesson. Now, did I learn my lesson now? What did you learn? I learned a lot. I learned that I need to fucking put myself first and to bet on me. That's why I kept attracting the same type of men because I never learned my lesson from the first one. Although those men were my husband, but they were sent to me. The first one was sent to me because I needed to learn my lesson about who I was and how to love me. But then I didn't learn it the first time. The second time I didn't learn it. But goddamn, that third time it hit me hard. I learned it. It knocked me down, but I got back up. Okay? Some men are just not meant to be, be married. Some men are just love women and like to bounce around from woman to woman. And there are a lot of men like that. And you know what? I respect a man that knows that he is not the type of man to be. I can respect a man more for that. When he just say, look, I ain't really the settle down kind of man. I ain't the kind of man that I want to be married. I just I just love women. Have you ever heard a man say that? I just love women. I just love all type of women. Have you ever heard a man say that before? Them the type of men that don't want to be committed and want to be settled down in a relationship or locked into a marriage. They just love women. There are some men out here that just love women and just want to be with a woman and don't want no attachment. And I can appreciate a man. I can appreciate a man saying, look, Felicia, look, I ain't really I ain't really trying to be locked in, I like my bachelor life. This, that, and the third. I'll come by, scoop you up. We do this, that, and that, which wouldn't work for me. But I could appreciate him being honest. And then I can make the decision. See, you want to be in a relationship where the communication is at a level where you can make a sound decision for yourself. Because once a person tell you who they are and what they want in a relationship, you can't no longer hold them accountable for your foolishness and what you decided in the relationship. So a man communicating with you and telling you up front, I ain't that type. And be like, cool. Well, you're not my type either. Take care. That's just not a match. But it's the problem. The issue comes in is when a man tells us up front and we see not only he tells us, but we see his actions. He cheating all the time. Women blowing his phone up. He got y'all out to eat. He got his phone face down on the table. He's sitting in the car on his phone. He getting up in the middle of the night, going in the bathroom, texting. All that foolishness. The man had told you he ain't really trying to be serious. He like women. But you gonna force him to be a one woman's man. That's when the problem come in. 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 Once a man show you who he is, y'all believe him. And that's with anybody. You cannot change a man. You cannot change. A man is going to be who he is, just like you're going to be who you are. You cannot change him. Well, I'm going to change him. I'm put this good coochie on him. And I'm going to cook for him every night. And I'm going to suck and fuck him. And he going to be faithful. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Now I know a little something because I'm 60. I'm trying to, what did we learn? What did we learn? All them red fat flags that your man, yeah, tipping out, yeah. All them red flags that he ain't faithful. Come on now. Yeah. Just walking around collecting red flags. And y'all, as a woman, y'all know ain't nobody got to come back and tell us nothing about no man. If we sucking and fucking and sleeping with a man, you ain't got to come back and tell me nothing about my man, cause it's already down in my shanana. I know what he doing, cause I feel it. Cause I feel it. I feel it. Did nobody have to come back and tell me my husband was cheating? Come on now. Come on now. And when you go looking, you find. So why put yourself in a situation like that? When you know a man is not a good man. And they gonna show you. A man is gonna show you. That's one thing about a man. He don't have who he is for long. He do not have who he is, because they don't know how to have who they are for long. We are smarter than men. And I said it. We are smarter. We more strategic with our shit. I'll say that. But a man ain't gonna have who he is for long, y'all. He gonna show you something. And you have to make that decision. That's why I don't understand women when they be boo-hooing and crying over a man because he keep cheating on them and disrespecting them. Girl, you know that man wasn't shit the first time. You knew he wasn't shit the first time. Put yourself, I say all this to say, not to talk bad on men, to say, I'm giving y'all a billion reasons why you need to put yourself first. I'm giving you a billion reasons why you need to put you. Once you see he ain't got no act right in him, leave him alone. Unless you just like to be treated like that. Some people like toxic. Some people like a little toxic in their life. They sure don't. We are definitely smarter. Yeah. Unless you like toxic in your life. But I don't know who do at this age. Unless you like a little toxic in your life, then go ahead and be with him. But shoot, nowadays it ain't healthy, honey. It ain't healthy. It ain't worth your health to be with somebody who dipping and dapping everywhere they go. It ain't. It ain't. And it don't do it to yourself, sir. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, honey. Don't do it. But yeah, y'all. So you just gotta think for yourself. You know what I'm saying? We can't just blame everything on the man. We got to take some accountability too. We play a part in it too. And we go in a relationship in sound mind unless something is wrong with you mentally. But we go into these relationships in sound mind, and me too. I had to do some self, you know, evaluation too. I'm not just not talking. I had to check myself too. Now, Felicia, come on now, come on now. Ain't nobody put no gun up to you. Ooh, ain't nobody put no poop you up to your head. Come on now. You got to make some sound decisions for yourself. Put yourself first. Put yourself first. And sometimes when you remove something that's not for you, it allows for what's for you to come in. And that's just life, y'all. Sometimes we want to hold on, like you said, woman of well, your friend just holding on to that marriage. She holding on to something that's not for her and not allowing what God has for her to come in. I know it's hard to see that when you going through. I know it. I get it because I didn't see it. And like I said in my video about my furniture, if I would have known that I could live this life like I've been living for the last 7 years, I would have divorced that joker year 8 instead of 13. And that's just is what it is. That's is what it is. Men are just living their lives. Sometimes we make them the center of ours. Yes, they go on, they live their life. Yes, I heard men say, what you doing today? I'm just over here living my life. Doing, I'm getting up, getting ready to go to work, living life. Just over here living life. They be so but you know what? I think they do. I think men do get bothered, women of wealth, when it's somebody that they really want and like. I don't think men are totally, you know, not tuned in. When a man really cares for a woman, he there. I've seen it. I've seen it. I may not have experienced it, but I've seen it. He's there. But when they ain't into you and emotionally attached to you, shit, they go on about their damn business. They do. They sure do. They be nonchalant about it. They sure do. They sure do. But I have seen some men who are been really in love and had women that didn't give a damn about them where the tables was turned. And I've seen men boohoo and cry over women because they were hurt. They were hurt. I have seen some men who get dogged out by women. They really care for the woman. So it can work both ways, but the majority of the time it is the men. You right, it's the men. It's the men that go on and we be making them what do they call it? Sensualized men. We center them in our lives when we the fucking prize. We the prize, really, y'all. We control it more so than we realize. We really do. We really do. We are the prize. We really do. But men do go on. They go on about their business. And they move on, y'all. They move on. Because some men, and believe it or not, some men can't be by themselves. That's why they be in and out of relationships, in and out of marriages so fast. You be like, damn, he just got a divorce. Because some of them can't be alone either. Some of them can't be alone. And I just think that, at this age, at this age, dating, you meet a lot of you be a lot of people just be trauma bonding because we've been through so much in life. We haven't healed from our mommy wounds or our daddy wounds or, family issues. We do at this age, we do a lot of trauma bonding instead of connecting the way we should. We connect. If you're not careful when you're dating at this age, you will make a connection through trauma before anything else, and that's what I've learned. That's one of the things that I've learned too. Because men will go, my mom, and this and that, and then we're all at the age where we're losing our parents, and so you really have to be careful. And really, when you're dating now at this age, you really have to be on point. You really do. Yes. Yes, you really do. Let me see. I used to tell my ex-husband that the door swings both ways. Then one day it dawned on him, bitch, the door swings both ways for you too. Go on and get on. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And don't stay any longer than what you have to. When you as a mistake that I made, that's because I'm so stubborn. I'm stubborn, and sometimes I stand to stuff longer than I should, and then I'm loyal too to a point, to my fault. So don't stand when you see things ain't right. Get the hell on, child. Get the hell on. Don't care about what people say. Get the hell on when you're dating. But if you're single and you're dating, y'all, just have fun. Just have fun with it. Everybody ain't gonna be your cup of tea. You ain't gonna be everybody's cup of tea. It ain't nothing personal. Ain't nothing personal. Ain't not like a man that stands up in a full length mirror and take a selfie with a potty lip. That's not my person. because I like to stand up in a mirror, in a full length mirror, and take a selfie with a potty lip. So we both can't, me and my man can't be sassy. So that's not my person. And it's nothing wrong. So if I go out on a date with him and I see pictures like that, that just means that, okay, the date was nice, but you're not my person. That's all that means. It's nothing personal. You're just not my person. I just like a more masculine man. And it's nothing wrong with that. So don't look into it when you're dating at this age. Just go out on a date and have a good time. And if it's a match, it's a match. And if it's not, then it's not. And don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And I know that you know, going out, like the last date that I went on. Let me see, what was the last one I went on? Was it with him? The last date I went on, I be so nonchalant about it. I think I showed up about maybe 15, almost 15 minutes late. I showed up, but it wasn't intentionally, y'all. It wasn't intentionally. It was some traffic right around the corner. And so when I got there, he was sitting there and he was looking at me like, why you late? And I instantly knew that he it wasn't gonna be a match. It wasn't gonna be a match. The energy that he was giving off, I knew that it wasn't going to be a match. And I knew that it wasn't going to be a second date. And I didn't have a problem with that. I didn't have a problem with that. Because what he should have said is everything okay? Did something happen? You running, you good? I want a man to be attentive. I don't want a man to give me no attitude if something seems like it's not going in a way that he think it should go in. You know what I'm saying? So from the time when I walked in that restaurant, he kind of gave me that little stank face like you late. That was a hard no for me. That was a hard no for me. That was a hard no right there for me. So, it's just when you're dating, you just don't take things personally. You just don't take them personally, and you just enjoy, what you like at this stage in our life. And that's why we take time for ourselves. I know what I like. And I know what I ain't gonna put up with. And I'm not really veering from what going off the road from what I'm gonna put up with and from what I'm not gonna put up with. You know what I'm saying? I know what I like. I know what I'm gonna put up with, what's a deal breaker and what's not a deal breaker. And when it just makes things much easier. It just makes things much easier. And then some people are just meant to come in your life, you know, for whatever, using them for what they worth. Like I have, a attorney friend, never seen him, never met him, but I needed something done legally. Boom. I called him. I said, look, I need A, B, and C. He said, cool, I got you. I ain't never seen that man a day in my life. And we ain't none of that. But he did what I need for him to do legally. So you just can't really, we put too much into it, y'all. We really do. Because we be so anxious. And the Bible tells us not to be anxious for anything. So don't be so anxious. And men sniff out thirsty and being anxious. They really do. And they take advantage of that. They really do. And women too, vice versa. Y'all didn't ride together. So what he expect? Did he want to walk in and see you? Yeah. Baby, I walked in the restaurant. He kind of looked. He kind of like he had an attitude, and it kind of threw me off my game. It kind of took me out my womanly wild. You know what I'm saying? Because I was getting ready to get masculine. Because I was getting ready to say, "Why the hell you looking at me like that? You ain't even asked me if I was okay. I could have had a flat. Anything could have happened." But then that just let me know up front that that's not my God, because I like my men to be attentive. You know what I'm saying? I like men who are concerned about my well-being. Are you good? You okay? You know what I'm saying? So that was the last date. That was the last date with him. But I wasn't, I wasn't mad about it. He just wasn't for me. I sat there and ate my food, and he walked me to my car, and I gave him a little pat hug, and that was it. Yeah, I didn't care. I didn't care which way or the other. That just meant he wasn't for me. He fuss. He wasn't my person. And I think I had to look at dating like that. And every time I go out on a date, baby girl was saying, "Ma, it's just a date. Just have fun. It's just a date." Because she could see when I first started dating, I would have this anxiety look on myself like, I don't want to do this. Dating sucks. And then I just began to have fun with it. I started to romanticize it. And I think as a single woman, we should do that. Oh, I'm going on a date. I'm about to get up. I'm about to get out. Da, da. And I even had a man to tell me that. A man that brought me there. I told y'all about this in Patreon. I ain't going to tell y'all who it is over here. But I told you about, men bringing gifts on first date. Saying that respecting the fact that, hey, I know women put a lot of time in their dating when they're dating. As a woman, that's why and this may be debatable and to each his own, but for me, I don't do coffee dates. And that's just me. In the 7 years that I've been dating, I haven't done a coffee date. I've never done a coffee date. I don't drink, so I don't meet you at the bar for a drink. I do not do coffee dates. And I have been on a lot of dates in the 7 years that I've been single. And so I know for a fact that you can go out on a date without a coffee date. Okay? I've been dating for 7 years and I've never done a coffee date. I don't do coffee dates. Now that's just me. You can say what you want to say. You can put down in the comments what you think or what you don't think or how you feel about them. But for me, I'm saying for me, in the 7 years that I've been dating, and in the 7 years, I've been on a lot of dates. At one point, I had a strong roster, and I've never been on a coffee date. And I don't do coffee dates. You know why? Because I romanticize getting ready for a date, mentally and physically. So what I pour into me getting ready for a date, I want a return on my investment. And now y'all can say what you can say. Oh, she there. Yeah, I don't care because I'm 60 and I don't give a damn. Okay, I'm 60 and I don't care. Y'all say what y'all want to say. Okay, so a man will invest in you. Okay, I don't do them. Guy, he said, I know women. Men know. Why would I get all cute and dolled up and put on my $350 perfume to meet you at a damn coffee shop? I can pull up at Starbucks and buy my own $8 coffee. Hell, I had some DoorDash this morning to sit in front of you and you cipher all my energy at a coffee shop. No, invest in me. If you're interested in me, invest your time and your money. Take me out on a date. I am worthy. I am worthy of all good things. I am worthy of what I desire. I desire to be wined and dined. That's my desire. Now, if you don't have the desire for that, then fine. If meeting somebody at a Starbucks is your thing, then by all means, sis. Don't let me. If you okay with that, but I'm not. There's a lot going on at Starbucks. all that movement, it's hard to really communicate. You got to find a place to see. It's a lot. Plan the date. I'll meet you there, whether it's brunch, lunch, or dinner. I'll meet you there. But the coffee date thing, once I heard that man tell me, and this was the beginning. He said I know that women put in a lot of time to prepare for a date. We do our hair, we get our nails, we get our toes done, our lashes, we do our makeup. Whatever we do to make ourselves feel presentable and pretty, we do it to meet a man. So why can't we get a return on our investment? We invest in ourselves to go impress somebody else. So let him impress you by investing in you with his time and financially. I don't know. Yeah, y'all do what y'all want to do. I don't know. Y'all do what y'all want to do. Yeah, don't ride. Ride together. So, yeah, y'all do what y'all want to. He don't want anyone that shows up on a date empty-handed. There are too many men out there who know better and do that. Yeah, yeah, yes. Especially mature men. No, that brings something. I'm telling you, y'all, we just settle for anything. There are men out there that will give you what you want if you just not so anxious and so thirsty. I'm telling you, there are men that will cater to you and love on you. They are out there. Your person. Your person. If he don't want to do it, then that's just not your. If you like a man to take you out to nice places, if you like a man to bring you flowers, and he say he don't like to buy flowers, it's a waste of money. Don't mess with him, cause he mean exactly what he said. There are men out there. Men haven't stopped buying flowers for women. Men haven't stopped buying flowers for women. If you know you are a woman who like to have fresh flowers delivered, if a man tell me he don't like to buy a woman fresh flowers, that's a deal breaker to me. Now I buy my own self flowers, but if you my man, I want you to send me some flowers or some roses. And you tell me that ain't you don't like to do that, that's a deal breaker for me because that's my love language, receiving gifts. That's one of my love languages. Gifts and physical touch. So if you are a man that's not affectionate and don't like to be touchy and huggy and all of that, that's a deal breaker. You don't like to give me shower me with gifts and give me flowers, nigga. Get the hell on. But y'all do what y'all want to do. What I know, I'm just 60. Yeah, I wouldn't go on a date at the Mexican restaurant. Definitely not going to a car. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's just whatever definitely not a coffee date. Now I have after yeah, I told y'all about the one where after we had started talking, we went to the Mexican restaurant, but I like Mexican food, so that was fine with me. But for a first date, I'm gonna get myself together, and I expect for you to be together. And I'm telling you, most men really don't care nothing about that. When they good, they do not what well, tell me what you like. And I love a man when he says, "Well, tell me what you like. Tell me some of the things what you like." Okay, noted. I had a man say one time, "Okay, noted, noted." Oh, and then and later on in the conversation, he brought it back up, and I was like, "Okay, so he's listening. He's listening." But it's all in what you like, and don't let people steer you away from what you like and what you have manifested for yourself. Can't no woman or man tell me that I'm not gonna get what I like. You cannot tell me that. Even at 60. Even at 60. Even if I don't get it, it's not determined because you said I couldn't have it. It's because God is not in my in in my destiny to have it because of God's will, not yours. Not yours. Let me see what y'all saying. Let me see. Later, but not at first day. I need, yeah, impress. Yes, because they looking for you to impress them. Yes. Just keep meeting people at the coffee shop. No, let them in invest in you. Let them invest in you. Let them invest in you. Nice places. And then you you have to have that mindset so you attract that type of man. It's all about our mindset and who we attract to y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you think that you ain't, oh, I only meet this type of men, men don't want to spend no money, men that, then that's all you gonna get, men who don't damn spend money. But for me, I date generous men, men who are generous, and men who don't mind taking me out to nice places and showering me with gifts and flowers. That's the type of man I attract and I date. Okay. And men who don't mind pulling up and saying you need gas in your truck. Them the type of men I date. Or let me go wash your truck. Them the type of men that I attract. But if you always talking, men don't want to spend money, men don't do this, men don't do that, then that's all you gonna attract. That's all you gonna attract. Because that's the energy you've put out there. That's the energy that you put out there. So once I set the tone where I'm not dating like that. And I had one ask me that when I first started dating, well, meet me at the Starbucks. I said, I don't do coffee dates. You know what he said? Well, good luck with your dating journey. I said, well, good luck with yours. Bye. Shit, nigga, you ain't saying nothing to me. Like he had hurt my feelings. Babe, I'm a tough old bird. It took a lot to hurt my feelings. Well, good luck with your dating journey. But good luck with yours too, nigga. I'm the prize, not you. I'm the prize. Yeah. You just gotta know what you want and know what you're worth. Know your worth and stand in it. And it just makes things and it doesn't disturb your peace. Once you get that mindset, when you're out here dating, when foolishness come, once you know what your standards are and what you willing to put up with and what you willing to deal with and what's a deal breaker, when it doesn't bother you. It'd be like, okay, it's okay, bye, okay, bye. And then if it get to a point where it get too bad, you just block them. That's all you do. Sometimes the conversation doesn't have to be had, y'all. And a lot of times, I don't even have a conversation. I just entertain the bullshit for a minute, and I be in my mind. I'd be like, okay, yeah, I see where this going, and then I just get off the phone and I just block them, and that be that. It's just that simple. That's all. It's just that simple. Someone is keeping the jewelry stores in business. It's sure not all women. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, he said good luck. He said good luck in your dating journey. I said, well, good luck in yours too. Because I wouldn't go on a coffee date. You see how men are? You see how not all men, but some men? But I stuck to my standards and I have not been on one coffee date in 7 years. Not one. Not one. Not one. Not being desperate just to be in the presence of a man, like you said, to center a man. I don't care where I go. I don't care as long as I get attention from a man. As long as I'm in the presence of a man. As long as a man just want to spend some time with me. I don't care where we go. You shitting me? But that's how some women think. I don't care where we go. We're just meeting. It's just an intro. I don't care. Sis, did you get up and do your hair? Did you do your makeup? Did you put your smell good on? Did you make sure you was looking presentable and all the things? Well, then it's more than just a meetup. You could have put your damn sweats on and tied and put your baseball cap on. But you want to impress him. So I guarantee you, you put on your best to impress a man that thought nothing of you but to meet you at a coffee shop for an intro. No, nigga, excuse me, y'all. It's more than that for me. It's more than that for me. It's not about being in the presence of a man and and finding significance in somebody in a man wanting to entertain me. It's about me. It's about me doing what's best for me, feeling good about me, and letting you be happy you in my presence. Put yourself first, ladies. I'm telling you, once you put yourself first, you will attract the type of man that you want. Put yourself first. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Put yourself first. I'm telling you, honey. Cause you'll be all in your head, all in your feelings, and you'll be out here getting with the wrong somebody's son that ain't no good. Somebody bald headed son that ain't no good, disrespecting you and cheating on you. And at this age, who in the hell want to be cheated on at this damn age? Who want to be cheated on in their 50s and their 60s? But it's men still out here trying to, swing it and bust it wide and put it in everything, and they really can ain't got the stamina, the endurance to do it. But who want to do that? So that's why you got to pick and choose wisely. You got to pick and choose wisely, and the only way that you're gonna do that is to love yourself and put yourself first. That's the only way you're gonna be able to pick and choose wisely is loving yourself and putting yourself first, and then everything else will fall into place. I was watching a young lady's video not too long ago, and I think the title was How to Become Her. I think that was her title. And I like this young lady. She in her late 40s. I like her. I watch different young women, on YouTube because I like they style, they vibe, and they energy. And I've been watching her for a long time. Attractive young lady. She down there in Florida. But this particular video, it really, as a mature woman, it really got to me. So I thought she was going to talk about something significant, but it was so superficial. It wasn't significant, it was superficial. Becoming her. So she started to talk about becoming her, becoming that woman you need to get your lashes done. You need to have a good purse. You need to get your nails done. You need to get a pedicure. And what else did she say? You need to get a facial. And as I was looking at the video as a mature woman, and she has a large platform, I began to say, how superficial. And where are we at in life as women where we think tangible things make us that woman? What happened to our well being, our mental health, our spiritual health, our physical health? None of that matters if your entire well being is not good. And as a mature woman, I want us to realize that none of them damn designer purses I got, or my eyebrows being done, or my facial, me going to the damn spa, none of that shit makes me the woman who I am. Me taking my ass to go see a doggone counselor, therapist for my mental health made me who the woman I am today. If you ask me what has made me the woman who I am today at 60, it ain't nothing about that damn truck I got out there. It ain't nothing about them purses. It ain't nothing about none of this tangible shit I got. Nothing about what you see me wear has made me the woman who I am. Me getting on that phone 7 years ago in 2019, in September of 2019, make an appointment with my therapist to go to counseling. That was the first step in me becoming the woman I am. That was the first step, y'all. Me working on my mental health made me the woman who I am today. Nothing else. Then working on my physical health, working on my emotional intelligence. And by going to therapy, that helped me, my entire well being. You can see a woman walk around with a Birkin, a different one every day, and she can be messed up in the head mentally, emotionally unstable, a nervous wreck. That does not make her a complete woman. Your well being determines who you are in life. All that tangible and material stuff means nothing. You can be a billionaire, but if you are not healthy mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, you are poor in life. Now, I'm telling you something. I'm 60. When I packed up the house to move out my marital house, you know the first damn thing I got was all the designer shit my ex bought me. When I got to my new place and I was putting that shit up, I was crying the entire time because I was broken, because I wasn't healed mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I learned to appreciate all that shit now more because I've worked on my entire being and it has made me the woman who I am today. So don't y'all let nobody tell y'all you got to have a certain type of purse. You got to get your nails. Now, you need to work on your appearance. Don't get me wrong, because y'all know I'm going to get my toes done today. But that does not solidify who the woman that I am today. And if y'all don't learn nothing else from this platform over here with me, work on your well being. Tangible stuff is superficial, it comes and it goes. You can't take none of that shit with you. You be around here designer down, but be fucked up in the head. Work on your well being. You're rich when you have a healthy well being, not when you walk around with designer stuff and go get your eyebrows done and, and, and ride around in a nice car. All of that will come when you work on your entire well being. Don't let these people tell you that superficial things, tangible things, complete and make you who you are. I don't care if you have two pairs of pants and a pair of pumps and some slides. If you are healthy spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally, you are rich. Because you have the capability and the capacity to achieve and get tangible things. And I just said it. What do I know? I'm just 60. What do I know? I'm just 60. What do I know? V.Y. Payton just popped up on TV wearing Get Rich Man necklace. I saw the TikTok. The necklace comes with a love spell. Yeah, oh yeah, you know that's what goes on over there. Payton has accomplished so much and it's still exactly. And why is she still unhappy? Woman of wealth? Because of a man. She based her whole Peyton was doing good over there. Peyton was traveling, doing her thing. Somebody bald headed son come into her life and shook her whole world. Not putting herself first. The man showed her who he was. But she wasn't stable emotionally. Don't want to be alone. I'm telling y'all, what do I know? I'm just 60. If y'all don't, yeah. I'm telling you, what do I know? I'm just 60. That's gonna be my new punchline. What do I know? I'm just 60. Now there are some 60-year-olds that don't know none, but I ain't one of them because I ain't been through some shit. And experience don't always have to be your teacher. Okay, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's crazy that I typed that before you started. Yeah, yeah. Just shook, just shook your whole world. But as an older woman, I would say to my young women, work on yourself and work on yourself. Work on your complete well being. Work on yourself. Work on yourself. A man to come along and tear your whole world up, and then his ass will walk away like he ain't did shit with his hand behind his back and come in and shook your whole world because you're not emotionally stable. You're not emotionally stable and you depending on him to make things better. You can't depend on nobody to make things better for you. You got to want that for yourself. And it ain't about buying stuff all the time. And what's wrong with going to therapy and staying there until you get it right? What's wrong with that? And as you get older and get into perimenopause, your emotions, your hormones are off, so it causes more emotional imbalance. It triggers more things. So sometimes you still got to talk to somebody. It gets worse as you get older. Some women have literally had mental breakdowns in perimenopause and in menopause. So we have to work on ourselves and stop thinking that material things is the end all be all to our happiness. We got to work on ourselves and some of these people on these platforms. And I like this young lady. I watch her all the time. I've been watching her for years. But when she talking about becoming a woman, I thought she was gonna say some profound stuff. But she talking about a damn nice purse to become her. A nice you ain't a woman until you have a nice purse. We got to do better. We got to do better, y'all. I definitely have a therapist. Yeah, we all have been. Yes, we all have been. And it's okay to talk to somebody. It is okay to talk to somebody. See a therapist. That was the best thing I could have done to invest in myself, was to be in therapy. Was to be in therapy. It was either be in therapy or be somewhere I didn't want to be. One or the other. So we have got to learn how to do what's best for us as women. Do what's best for you. Do what's best for you. Even if you do have a large family, I tell women all the time, I know we are wives, we are mothers, and even the younger women with the smaller children, find some time for you. Even find some time for you, even if it's just 30 minutes a day, 2 hours a week. Find some time for you. If you just go buy yourself some tea or some coffee, or if you just go for a walk, or if you just go sit in your car, if you can't go anywhere, sit in your car in your driveway and take and read a book. But as find some time for you. As women, we don't take out enough time for us because we are always so busy pouring into other people because we are every woman. Shaka Khan says she tired of singing that song too. I'm every woman. Y'all getting on her nerves. She said everywhere she go, they ask her to sing I'm every woman. Because we wear so many hats as women, we have to find time for ourselves though. We really do. We have to find time. Becoming her by acquiring things, and a man is crazy when the self-love isn't there. Yes. Yeah, by acquiring things. When did we get to that point? Society has made us feel like that we are that woman by things. Society has made us feel like that. Come on now. And people who got money, you don't even see them in stuff like that. People who really got money, you don't even know they got money and things. Yeah, we need to work on ourselves better, and not be focusing on a man and things. But we do that because it solidifies us. You know what I'm saying? It solidifies who I am. We are more than buying things to solidify and find significance. We are so much more, y'all. As women, we are so much more. We are so powerful. We really are. But I'm get off the phone. That was my rant for today. That was my rant. Hey, Mata. I know you was in here. Hey. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. So I've been on here for a minute talking to y'all. Let me go. I got stuff to do. I can't fool with y'all all day. I got things I got to do. And y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Share the live. We talked about a little bit of everything today. And I'm gonna get up and see if I can go get my toes done, child. See if I don't get flooded out. But I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good weekend. And I should have a vlog up, if not today, tomorrow. But I'm gonna finish doing some more stuff. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.